How's it going, guys? My name is EnergyPants and welcome to my top 5 favorite anime films. Now this, keep in mind, this list is 100% opinion. If your anime films list is different from mine, by all means leave your list in the comment section down below. I'm always interested to hear your guys' opinions, but this list is my opinion, so make sure you guys keep that in mind. And keep in mind that I also haven't seen too many anime films, so if you guys, don't see any favorite films on this list, don't be too disappointed. So without further ado, let's get into the list. Coming in at number 10 is Arashi no Yoru, and this movie it's a kids movie, but it's a really good movie actually. It's about a wolf and a goat that become friends, kind of like a forbidden friendship kind of thing. And it's actually a really good movie, especially for a kids movie. And I think it's a really enjoyable movie. The ending is kind of iffy, but I mean, I suppose you have to look at it in the sense that it is a kids movie, and you'll see if you watch it what I'm saying. But yeah, Arashi no Yoru, really good movie. Really good kids movie as well. I think it really does reach its target audience especially well. So let's move on to number 9. Coming to number 9 is Sora the Stranger, and Sora the Stranger is just, it's a really beautiful movie, especially in terms of action scenes and scenery. But I mean, honestly, it's just it just felt kind of empty. I mean, it's a really good movie, don't get me wrong, but I just felt like some of the things that happened in this movie were just kind of empty. I mean, it's been a while since I've seen this movie actually, but I mean, the fight scenes look really good. It's a samurai movie. I mean, you want something really actiony to watch, check out Sora the Stranger, because if you want something just to watch based on action, Sora the Stranger is really good. But yeah, Sora the Stranger number 9. Coming in at number 8 is Summer Wars. Summer Wars is a movie about a math genius who somehow ruins this whole virtual utopia known as Oz. And I actually had this movie on DVD. I found it at Walmart for like $5 and I bought it. I looked through like countless Naruto movies to find it. And yeah, I actually had this movie on DVD now, but I really enjoyed it. I did a review on it. You guys can check that out if you really want to. But it's a really good movie, really enjoyable as well. And but it's just barely above average, above par in terms of, from a critical view, but it is a really enjoyable movie, and it really does bear a striking resemblance to almost a direct ripoff of one of my favorite childhood movies, Digimon R War Game. So I really want to go back and watch that again. But yeah, Summer Wars, number 8. Coming in at number 7 is Princess Mononoke, done by Studio Ghibli, which I hate for some odd reason. I honestly can't tell you why I don't like Studio Ghibli, but I really don't. I don't know if it's the character designs or whatever, but honestly, Princess Mononoke is a really good movie. It's also really enjoyable as well. Really critically good as well, and I mean, it's Ghibli, of course it's going to be good. I mean, most Ghibli films are, acclaimed for being pretty good. So, Princess Mononoke is no different. Really good movie, really good messages and stuff in this movie. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of Princess Mononoke. It's pretty popular, so let's move on to number 6. Coming in at number 6 is kind of a cop-out, considering it's only half an hour, but hey, Mal counts it as a movie. Number 6 is Little Witch Macadamia, and I love Little Witch Macadamia, man. It's so, I can't wait for the next movie to come out, but Mal says this is my enemy list, says this is a movie, so I'm gonna count it, and it's really good. For a half an hour thing, it really does a good job of giving its characters defining traits, making them different, making them stand out, really giving the characters backstory and the main character a backstory, and it looks really good. It's probably Trigger's best work ever. I mean, I'm not kidding. Probably Trigger's best work ever. But if only all Trigger stuff looked like Little Witch Macadamia. But yeah, Little Witch Macadamia is a really good movie in air quotes. But yeah, it's only half an hour long. I highly recommend you guys check this out. It's honestly worth half an hour of your time. It really is. So let's move on to number 5. Number 5 is Flanders no Inu, and this movie is just depressing, but it's depressing in a good way. It's really old, but the animation is really good for its time. The art and animation is really good for its time. The message is really good. The characters are great. It's just it's a movie you sit down and you watch, and it's just depressing. The ending almost makes you want to cry. It's really good in that regard. Honestly, it's probably another one of the times that I've come really close to crying over a movie, but it's just fantastic. I mean, like I said, even the art for back in its time is really good. It is a really old movie, so you got to cut it some slack, I guess. But yeah, number 5, Flanders no Inu. I highly recommend you guys check this out if you want to cry. That's just my 2 cents. Coming in at number 4 is Eve no Jikan, and Eve no Jikan is a really good movie as well. I really like the art style. It's really good. The message, everything that happens in this movie is really good too. And who doesn't love robots? chatting in a cafe. You know, there's a whole lot of like sub messages in this, and I'm sure you can dig up some really deep meaning in the story, but you know, that relates to our lives as humans and so on and so forth. But even though Jikan is a really good movie, I really enjoyed it. Yeah, even though Jikan, really good movie, check this one out as well. Coming in at number 3 is Sakasama no Patema, and this is probably one of the first anime movies I've ever watched. I hold it in high regards. It was the first ever review I did too, was on this movie, and you guys can't check that out because it's on my old channel, and I'm never showing that to anyone ever again because I ranted for 11 minutes about absolutely nothing. And yeah, so Little Witch, why am I saying Little Witch Macadamia? Sakasama no Patema is, God forbid I'm saying that wrong, is a really good movie. You know, basically there are people who have inverted gravity. They basically fly into the sky, and they do a lot with it. And, you know, they make it a really interesting movie with a really interesting premise. That's why I love it so much. The art is really good. Backgrounds are drawn really well. You know, soundtrack amazing. And yeah, Sakasama no Patema is another movie I highly recommend you guys check out. Literally, I think you should check out all the movies on this list because, you know, an hour and a half or so of your time is nothing when it comes to watching these movies. You know, it's like, why would you not want to spend an hour and a half of your time watching an amazing movie? So let's move on to number 2. Oh boy, I don't remember the name for this. Okay, I can't look it up. But I am really sorry. But this number 2 is Yoyo to Nene, and sorry, I don't have internet right now. I can't look up the full name, but yeah, it's a movie by Ufotable. It's basically, it's really similar to Little Witch Macadamia, and it's a movie about a little witch, Macadamia, who, you know, who gets transported from her fantasy world or whatever, this other realm, to the real world, and basically there's a crisis that's turning people into monsters and so on and so forth. She has to save the world, you know, she has to use her witch powers, and it's a movie that really puts a smile on your face. It's made by Ufotable, so it looks amazing. I mean, you know, it's Ufotable. I don't mean to sound like a Ufotable fanboy here or whatever, what have you, but Yoru to Nene is a fantastic looking movie, and it just puts a smile on your face the whole way through, and the ending, the way everything comes around full circle. Honestly, out of all the movies on here, I guarantee you this is probably one you haven't seen, because before I watched it, I never even heard of it, but somebody in the Skype chat posted a trailer for it, and I just had to watch it because it's Ufotable and looked amazing. But honestly, if you guys have not heard of this movie, I highly recommend you guys look it up and watch it, because it's really a movie. If you like Little Witch Macadamia, if you've seen that, you'll love this movie, because it has the same effect. It just puts a smile on your face the whole way through, and the ending comes around full circle. It makes everything absolutely perfect, and honestly, it was not what I was expecting in any means. I've actually seen it twice, and I watched it once with Chan, and Chan enjoyed it just as much as I did, and you know, it's a really enjoyable movie. I highly recommend you guys check it out. It's got everything a good movie needs. It puts a smile on your face the whole way through. The ending comes around full circle. The art's great. Soundtrack is amazing, and you know, characters are lovable. And there's even this really adorable little girl in there. She's literally the most adorable little girl ever. But yeah, let's move on to number 1, and I actually know the name of this one. Coming in at number 1 is Wolf Children Ame to Yuki, and I recently watched this movie again for the second time, and I realized after watching it the second time that it is still the greatest anime movie I've ever seen, and maybe even the greatest anime movie in existence. I really think the themes the show portrays set up perfectly for this movie. You know, the theme of the sacrifices parents have to make, you know, when raising their kids, you know, and then the way everything comes around full circle in the end. The ending is amazing, and you know what happens with the kids and all. I'm not going to spoil it because it's a movie you have to watch for yourself, but you know, Wolf Children is probably my favorite anime movie out there. The backgrounds are amazing. The art, when it peaks, it's not my madhouse, so what do you expect? The art when it peaks is absolutely gorgeous, and I mean, honestly, it's probably my favorite anime. I actually have this one on Blu-ray, and it is probably the greatest thing that I owned. I watched it just yesterday, and well, yesterday for me, not yesterday for you, but I watched it again for the second time, and I realized it's still probably my favorite. It's still definitely my favorite anime movie out there, and probably will always be my favorite anime movie out there, and maybe even the best anime movie out there of all time. I know that's a stretch, considering I've probably only seen these 10 movies, and you know, with the exception of Pokemon movies and such. But honestly, if you guys haven't seen Wolf Children, I highly recommend you guys check it out. Probably, I know, it's fantastic, man. Just the themes, and it really makes you appreciate your parents. You know, it makes you have a greater love for them, And yeah, it's a great movie overall. Highly recommend you guys check out all movies on this list. So that does it for this list, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Remember, this list is my opinion, you know, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. If you guys like this, leave a like on the video. Leave your top 10 favorite anime films in the description. Not in the, I say that every time, in the comments down below, and tell me which ones you think I should watch, because I love watching anime movies and, you know, stuff like that. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Leave your list in the comments, not description, because you can't do that. And I'll see you guys next time.